Well, as you know, that junior achievement is all about success stories. Joining us now is an amazing young woman with just a few of her friends who would like to tell you her story. She is a grade 12 student at Emmy Lazert High School and the VP of Finance for her student company. It's the third year that she is in the program. She won Vice President of Finance in the year 2010, won Scholarship to Next Generation Leaders in 2010 as well. Please help me welcome Sylvia Nguyen. How you feeling? All good? Yeah. All right, take it away, kiddo.
Good evening, guests, distinguished laureates, and students, and welcome to the 2012 Alberta Business Hall of Fame. My name is Sylvia Nguyen, and this is my third year in the Junior Achievement Company program. I've been asked to share my story, and I'd like to start off with a quote I wrote on the wall of evidence at the JA Center after my first year. People become really quite remarkable when they start thinking that they can do things. When they believe in themselves, they have the first secret of success. This quote by Norman V. Peale might just be another inspirational quote, but to me, it means so much more. Growing up, I wasn't the most privileged kid. I was bullied. The easiest way for me to deal with it was to ignore it, but that just made me internalize it more. It caused me to not care about the future I wanted and the goals I wanted to pursue. I was so apathetic, I didn't value education at the time because I focused on trying to blend in. I was so insecure about myself to the point where I skipped school for 2 straight weeks. I just wanted to stay home. Finally, I thought I was going to have a fresh start when my family moved to a different part of the city. But I was wrong, because I was still bullied. And that's when I realized, from a very young age, that running away from problems never made them go away. The ramifications of being bullied deeply affected me to the point where I didn't like meeting new people. I didn't want to be noticed, and once again, being apathetic and not caring was how I handled it. Throughout those years, I kept thinking about my grandparents. My grandfather, who is my biggest hero and inspiration, and grandmother, who I unfortunately never got to meet, sacrificed what they had to come to Canada, a more civilized country where freedoms trounce, hoping for a better future, not only for themselves and their children, but for their future generation, my generation. Risking their family's life to ensure I could have a future where I would have options and choices to pursue making a living of doing something I enjoy, that's an opportunity I can never pay them back for. But I thought I could try by not disappointing them and not letting find out that I was bullied. The strength my grandparents had to take initiative for their future inspires me to do the same for myself. When I entered high school, I was told it'd be some of the best years of my life. So I went in with a positive attitude, expecting it to live up to what I'd heard. However, just 2 months into high school, things didn't go the way I hoped they would, as a result of several rumors that portrayed me as a selfish and horrible person. Older students who I didn't even know, they threatened to beat me up and jump me after school. I remember taking certain hallways so I could avoid them. Ultimately, I felt like I was just another irrelevant individual. During this time, I barely made an effort to meet anybody, and I spent this time trying to sort out my priorities. And this was the moment when I began to realize that if I kept pretending I didn't care, I'd continue to feel inferior. So instead of taking the familiar route that I was used to, I decided to overcome this obstacle by taking initiative for my future, a parallel to what my grandparents would have wanted for me. After this realization, I heard my friend talking about junior achievement, and the success stories deriving from students within the program. I wanted to be as confident as those individuals. I was excited at the idea of starting up a small business because my family has had their experience in that field as well. But I still wasn't sure if JA was the right path for me. I kept repeating excuses, trying to convince myself that joining JA wouldn't be the best idea. Oh, it's too far. It ends at 9? That's so late. I have homework. I don't have a ride there. The list went on. Despite that, I figured that if I kept making excuses, I'd be limiting myself. So I finally joined JA alone, and that was the first step I took for my future. Initially, I didn't want to run for a VP role because I didn't think I was capable. Regardless, I took the initiative to design and produce a prototype of our future product. The moment members of my group saw my prototype, they encouraged me to run for a VP position. To me, having other achievers place such a huge responsibility on a shy, unexperienced grade 10 student and electing her to be the youngest vice president within the company, that was the first time I've ever been recognized by my peers. They might not know how much that moment meant to me, but I know I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for them. Junior achievement did not only educate me about business, it also inspired me to step out of my comfort zone. Early last year, I finally felt ready to let my parents know that I was bullied, not for sympathy or to disappoint them, but to let them know that it happened and that I'm more confident because of it. I ensured that it exemplified itself in my following year at JA. I utilized my confidence and pushed myself by not letting my past get the best of me. That year, I was selected to attend the Next Generation Leaders Forum, a national event for achievers around the world, and was named Vice President of Finance of the Year. Like I said at the beginning, people become really quite remarkable when they start thinking that they can do things. When they believe in themselves, they have the first secret of success. And I believe JA made this quote a reality for me. This is just a small piece of my own story. Now you know where I've come from and the beginning of the road I am on. JA's success stories are not hard to come by. They vary from person to person based on his and her values and morals. The diversity and variation of achievers here today derive from different cultures and families. This is the foundation of junior achievement, and that is what makes JA a remarkable journey. This journey is where all of you come in. We would like everyone to take out their pledge card in the white envelopes on their tables. Inside, you will find a light. Once you have that light, shine it. Take a look at all the lights around you. Imagine each light is a student, an achiever. Think about what it means to be a student who went through what I did, one who wants to succeed, but didn't have the means to. Think about what you can do. Volunteer in a classroom, fill out your pledge card, and who knows what these students can become with your help. The next business leader, the next Hall of Fame laureate, the next JA success story. You can be a part of this change. You have all of dinner to fill out your pledge card. Near the end of the evening, current achievers will come collect them. Thank you so much for your donation and your support, and for making my dream a reality. Thank you.